right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CuePoints, the Mobile DJ Podcast. My name is Anthony. Alongside me is co-host Will.
I like how you didn't say my last name.
We went over this.
I know, I'm just saying. What's going on, man? How's everything?
Good.
Busy week?
It's a good week.
It's a great week.
It's a great week.
Every week's a great week, man. You're alive and
We're
everything.
back here at LIU Studios.
We're in the pit of the beginning of the season. It's getting busy. I have to keep calling you because new stuff keeps coming in every day.
There.
So
the Google Calendar's filling up fast.
Yeah, man. The invites are they're coming in like wildfire, man.
Yep.
It's crazy. So we're already in the middle of April. It's April 17th. It's been a month since my birthday. I'm now 25 and a 12th.
It's almost my birthday.
It is almost your birthday.
I'm turning 24. That's crazy.
I think it's crazy you're leaving me on a busy weekend, but we won't get into that right now.
Sorry about that.
I got to get up early now because of your ass.
Going to Atlantic City. Woo.
I did get an invite, though.
Yes.
Your girlfriend did send me a very nice invite, so that was very nice of her. So who do we got in the studio today?
We have a very special guest, Peyton, DJ Resco. How's it going, man?
It's going good, man. Can't complain.
You're listening to the CuePoints Podcast with DJ Resco.
That's official
sampler.
The official sample.
So what's up, man? How's everything?
Man, it's good, man. It's it's busy season, so work's picking up. But
yeah, I'm glad to get you in here, man.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get him in, and he's like, dude, I'm so sorry, but I'm busy. I'm like, dude, that's good. Like, I don't want to take you away from work.
Yeah,
I'm more than
busy's
happy.
good.
Yeah,
So you're a hustler, man. So
yeah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and the viewers. So I know you're wearing the Jack Boy shirt. We're gonna get into that.
Yeah.
But so how did you get to become a DJ? How did that start out?
So back when my sister got engaged, we knew a DJ, so we had him do the engagement party or whatever, and I really liked what he was doing. I was really interested in it, so I reached out to him a little bit after that, and I started working for my buddy, which is Nick Loyacono. And then after that, we worked together a lot, and then I branched out to AfterHours for mobile gigs.
Shout out Phil.
And then after that, I reached out to my good friend Eric from the Jack Boys, and I started getting into the bar scene, which was a really cool experience. So
cool.
I realized, that you could fill in all those empty days with bar gigs, so you might as well just try and get into that scene. So.
No, absolutely. And how old were you? So when this all started, like when with your sister and everything?
17 or 18, I think.
Wow, so you actually haven't been doing it that many years then.
Yeah, so I'm fairly new. So
I didn't even know that. So that's actually really impressive because I've had you do some events and that's actually really impressive. I didn't know it was only 3 or 4 years.
I feel like a lot of kids start out like 14 years old or
that's
whatever.
What I'm saying.
Then,
everyone, everyone.
I was like a late bloomer to the DJ industry, so
that's okay.
That's pretty
everyone's
cool,
different.
Man. So now you're hot and heavy in the DJ world and everything, and now you mentioned bars and stuff. So you don't really just do mobile.
No, I definitely do some bar gigs. So I'm involved in a bar group called the Jack Boys, and we have accounts at some places in Patchogue that you probably know of, Meatball Place, Aruga's, Locale, Flows. We also do Painters, which is in Brookhaven. Other than that,
I've seen some crazy photos there.
Yeah, Painters
that place
is awesome.
Gets wild.
Painters is awesome. I love that place. But so the Jack Boys, we're a couple of DJs and we're just all awesome. We have our own styles and personalities. So, I can't complain. So, other than that.
Would you consider yourself like a hybrid DJ?
Yeah, definitely. So, I do both mobile and bar. So, we're going to obviously discuss like what goes into that.
Yeah, it's basically the definition of hybrid DJ is like you do the mobile gigs, weddings, Sweet 16s, things like that, and then you also do the bars and clubs.
Yeah, so you get
they're two completely different ball games.
But best of both worlds.
Yeah,
that's two things that you guys really both do. So I'm actually interested to see your takes on that because that's something I don't do. So that's going to be interesting. So very very cool, man. So I've gotten to know you over the last year. We know a lot of the same people, and we really had some good synergy. So. Really, like that's awesome. 17 though, man. That's crazy, man. Because I've seen you mix and like you're really, really good. And like you really, you had the dance floor packed and everyone going wild. So, man, I'm just in awe right now. I did not know that. I'm like really impressed. That is.
He's a fast learner.
Very fast learner.
That's awesome, man. So and talk about the bars. Talk about being a hybrid DJ. And really what goes into that. The key factors.
I mean, I think it's definitely a good thing to do both. It's nice to have the experience for both scenes. From my experience, I would say you should definitely get into the mobile DJing first. You get to learn the equipment. You get to learn how to work the crowd a little better. and then sort of work into the bars and everything like that. What's your opinion on that? Like,
yeah, no, I
would
agree.
you recommend starting that way, or?
Definitely, that's how I started, and it's always good to, you learn the music when you do the mobile stuff first, so it's good to, have an idea of what music works in certain situations, and when you do start doing bar stuff, you have to start learning more music, which is also good because in reverse, it helps out your mobile stuff too.
Right, both ways.
You learn more music that you had no idea, that would work at maybe a mobile gig, so vice versa, they help each other out, so that's why I really enjoyed doing both, so.
Yeah, and then when the mobile gigs are slow, you could always get like a bar gig or something like that.
Yeah, fill in.
And
definitely.
you make extra money.
It's also great networking. You're really able to meet a lot of important, people that could open up new doors.
Right.
I've met a lot of DJs from the scene in the city, around here. I've just been able to network and met so many awesome people.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good thing to be able to do both. And I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
If you can sort of get those connections.
Yeah, you just got to start somewhere. You
Yeah.
got to, celebrity mix or whatever you got to do just to get yourself, in there. And you got to be able to do the groundwork. You're not just going to, I'm sure you didn't just walk into Phil's office and he started throwing you in as one of his main guys.
You got to work your way up, man.
So how did that happen? So talk about the little of, how you got into, working in the mobile DJ world. I know you said, with your friend Nick and with Phil. So how did that really start to where you are now, where, your calendar's full?
Yeah, man. So I reached out to Phil because I wanted to try and get more work, and, he started getting me involved with doing roadieing gigs, and eventually, I just roadied, and then he started throwing me gigs here or there, and then I started picking up work that way, and now he's sending me out a lot, so it's been awesome working for him. So, you got to work your way up. That's just what I'm going to try and the advice I'm going to try and give everyone. You're not just going to get tossed all these gigs right away. You have to just build that network and start working your way up in the the totem pole. So
well, we had Brandon Hervilla on last week, and he's 19. I know you're 21. Now, do you also find the stigma that people in their late teens, early 20s just are not really trying to, they're not hungry enough? What do you think it is?
Yeah, man, I think that a lot of kids, there's a lot of ego, I think, with younger kids. That's the problem. You have to realize that you're not going to start getting all these gigs out of nowhere. You have to build yourself because, it's a big day for somebody. You can't just, be a young kid and just get tossed into the fire right away. You have to learn. Sure. You have to learn the ropes. You have to learn everything. So
yeah, you sort of have to understand how special that day is. They don't want anything to go wrong.
Right. And
they want someone with experience. Now, whether you're new or not, if you have a name that's trusted,
right.
Like if you're working for a company like AfterHours or Enjoyable,
right.
Those are trusted names.
Right.
So I think that helps a little bit.
I just don't get it. With the younger kids. It's I talk with Phil and Brett and all the time, and a bunch of other guys all the time, and it's we can't find people to work, and it's crazy. So the needles in the haystacks that I find, it's I have to hold on to them for dear life.
Right.
Even trying to get a photo booth attendant that can handle not being an idiot.
Yeah.
It's very difficult, and it boggles my mind how because these jobs pay better than McDonald's or Kohl's or anything like that. But they don't see it that way because it's only once or twice a week or maybe 3 times a week. And they also just, I want to go out on the weekends.
Right.
Well, then you clearly don't want money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love going out on Tuesday nights, dude. No one's out. It's awesome. I have the whole place to myself.
That's kind of something that you have to get over as a DJ or working in the entertainment industry, is that most of the work is going to be on the weekends.
And with you guys working bars, I'm sure that's kind of also fun. You're also out while you're not out. You're
invite
out.
your friends there.
Yeah.
It's like a social networking thing.
Bars are great.
Do you miss not having weekends, or you don't really mind it?
No, because when you do a bar gig, it's also just going out.
That's what I'm saying.
You enjoy yourself more. That's why I love bar gigs, to be honest with you, because there's really no stress.
I agree with
There's
that.
no stress involved. You just sit back, you relax, you enjoy, and you're in control. You don't have to go down a strict list, so you could just do your own thing.
No one's getting married.
Right. Yeah. So you just work your crowd.
There's
and you
pressure,
enjoy
but not
yourself,
that much pressure.
There's no candlelighting songs. There's just drunk people.
I love it.
This is the best industry though, because what other job can you fill a dance floor, have fun, play music, eat really good food, and get paid while doing this? This is awesome. I don't know who wouldn't want to do this.
I feel like a lot of people, they know that part.
Yeah.
But they also don't know all the work that does go into it.
Right. It's a
you know
lot
what I mean?
behind the
I
scenes.
get all the time, when I get a phone call and I give someone a price, and they're like, I can't believe it's that much for 4 hours. And I'm like, but it's not 4 hours. Your event may be 4 hours, but you're forgetting the hour to 2 hour setup and breakdown, the prepping of the trucks, the scheduling and everything. a 4-hour event is a 10-hour day. It is. It's just, you know what I mean? It's, you know, and it's just,
and it's a service. It's a professional service.
and that's not even like meetings with a client. You know what I mean? If you add all that stuff in, you know, people just they don't get that. So now, have you been meeting with clients and stuff like that too? Are you getting to that point yet? Where are you working in the office at all?
So,
type of stuff?
Office work that I'm really doing is, you know, postcards, editing videos and stuff. But as far as clients go, I do sales at showcases. So I try and, you know, sell them packages and figure out what works best for them.
That's great
what
experience.
services they're looking for.
Awesome experience, man.
great.
Any type of sales experience is just, it's going to help you in every aspect of
It
life.
is. It is.
It's not just about selling DJ work. It's literally selling your life. Like, life is just about selling. You're selling yourself every day to people, to, you know, companies, whatever you're doing. It's all about the sales.
Yep.
So you're really, that's the nice thing about, you know, when you're working with a legitimate company, is I feel like you do get a full broad education that a college can't give you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or, you know, a one-man band can't give you. You know, when you're meeting the volume of clients that you're meeting, and you have, you know, the equipment behind you and everything behind you, and you have a brand that's actually known, you can actually, you know, then you have you have a curveball to throw.
Exactly.
You know, but if you got nothing, you know, you're throwing a knuckleball down the, you know, and that's gonna, you know, you can't knock it out the park.
Exactly.
So no, that's I like that a lot, man. And I feel like you're doing a lot at your age, which is awesome.
Yeah, man, I'm busy. I don't have any open weekends. You know, I'm trying to figure out a graduation party for myself, and I don't even have space to put that in.
Now, what's your major?
Sports management, yeah.
Okay.
So I went to Farmingdale going into the sports management industry because I like sports, but it's also a problem being a DJ because sports happen to be on the weekend too. So you have to try and figure that balance out. But
got to go to day games.
Well, I mean,
you
can always intertwine them.
Right.
Like, I know DJ Razor is the official DJ for the Islanders and the Mets.
Yes.
So he gets to see those sports. He's involved in the sports management, the sports business.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he gets to DJ.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool gig.
That's awesome. That is.
I think that's really cool too if you can get into that.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a cool route.
So what's the end game? What's the goal?
You know, I haven't really thought about it, but I mean, I'm trying to figure it out. I want to try and get some sort of an office job in the sports industry where, you know, maybe you don't have to do as much weekend work. You can just do something, you know, maybe 9 to 5 during the week.
Like a sports writer or a video guy? Like
maybe just like working in like a...
Like 5 years from now, if you could picture like what you want to be doing, what would that be? This is a new question I'm asking people, by the way.
That's tough.
The young guys that like us, I ask people.
Definitely DJing on the weekend.
Okay.
Because DJing is a good getaway for me. I like it. I enjoy it.
I get that.
I agree. I never want to give it up.
No, I don't. It's such a cool like thing that we do. So probably just like an office job and then DJing on the weekends if I can. I don't know. I have to try and...
Nice and easy, man. I like it.
It sounds easy, but, you know, the process is going to be hard to figure that out, you know.
Oh, no. It's definitely work. I mean, ESPN, you know, something like that would be... I could definitely see you doing something like that, man.
That'd be awesome.
You definitely look like a sports guy.
Yeah, no, sports has been, you know, a huge part of my life, so I don't want to give that part up.
What's your favorite sport?
Soccer, actually. Yeah, but...
What's your team?
Oof, Chelsea from the Barclays.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I'm a Man U fan. So.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. I guess he's
not good, man.
He's going to leave.
We have to call campus security.
I'm done with this interview. It takes about 10 minutes.
That's good, man. But, no, I like what you said about, you know, with DJing being a release.
Yeah.
Because after a long week, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I always find, you know, the prepping, the getting ready. But once you're there, and like I've said this before on the podcast, after I say those first words on the mic, it's smooth sailing.
Yeah, awesome.
It's all up to that one point.
Exactly.
I'm sure after you play that first song, that's it. You're ready to go.
Right once first dance is done.
It rolls right off the fingertips.
Yeah.
It comes naturally.
So are weddings really your bread and butter at this point?
Sweet 16s and weddings, yeah, definitely.
Sweet 16s?
Definitely, yeah.
Is that which one would you rather if you had to choose?
Yeah, I was just about to say, which one do you like more?
You know, the problem I'm finding with Sweet 16s is that people have a very short attention span, and they like to listen to like one verse of the song, and then they like look at you to change the song immediately, and it's like
I just asked for that, but I want the next one.
Right? Yeah.
I had a couple of major issues with the last one I did for you. That was
we did. We had a Sweet 16 this weekend, and I actually threw out a new MC to work with Anthony.
He did great.
They were fine. I don't know how conscious the girl was though.
Her and her friends were like you said, the attention span was so short.
Right.
They might have been
only
flying
gave
high.
me
They might have been flying high.
I mean, we're not going to talk about that.
I didn't say. I just said they might be flying high. It doesn't mean anything.
No incrimination here. But the list that they gave me was only 10 songs long. I mean, I probably should have said something beforehand, but I didn't really think about it. The 10 songs, and then they kept coming up to me, and they're like, "Oh, just play the songs on the list." And I'm like, I'm already 7 songs in. We're 20 minutes into the party.
There's 2 more left.
Like, we have a whole nother 3 hours left. Like,
yeah.
What do you want me to do?
And I feel like you get the same problem sometimes with the weddings, if people are, more so intoxicated.
Yes.
But I mean, I really think, especially with that music today for the Sweet 16s, I mean, I guess you guys can definitely DJ more than I do at this point. But I mean, half the songs they come up to me, I'm like, I've never heard of this song.
Right.
Yeah, the Sweet 16s. Yeah.
Uzi, ooze, Oz. Like I didn't. I've only heard of the other Uzi. Like I thought that was a gun. Like I don't know what's going on. Help me. Like there's too many of these new trap artists, and they all sound the same.
It gets tough.
The good part about mobile gigs is that you can't go wrong playing every song on the list. All you can say is that you played every song on the list, and that's it.
Yeah, and worst case scenario, just give me the mic. I'll go humana.
Same thing.
That, you just gotta play a beat in the background. Everyone be like, "Hey, there you go, you got it now." Yeah, but that's the only thing I find that's very struggling with Sweet 16s is just the music. I mean, do you like the music? Like,
some songs. It's very here or there.
Like I know they have good beats. Like I know the beats are good, and like there's nice bass drops and all that. Yeah. But like I just can't get past like what they're saying.
Sometimes the music is hype and I get into it, but sometimes I'm just not feeling a song.
Listen, if you're having a set that's like a real good set, like that's it.
Yeah,
man.
that was another issue. Is like as a more experienced DJ, I have certain sets that work,
right?
And I know they work.
Right, you know what works.
And some of these younger people don't want to tolerate the older music, even though it's really good music.
Right.
They don't want to hear it. They want to hear the mumble rap. They want to hear what they know.
And they only want to hear
like
famous.
Difficult because I'm like, this is going to be awesome. Just trust me.
Yeah.
And they don't.
But they're like, oh no, just play what's on the list.
But honestly,
it's a service, so
you're right.
I'm finding the best Sweet 16s though are like the drama club ones where like they want to hear like the theater songs and stuff.
Yes, we did a killer one.
I don't know if you saw on Instagram. I literally just posted one like from last weekend. It was awesome. It was at Chateaubriand.
Yeah.
We had a percussionist there and everything like that, and we were playing the last song, which was "Thanks for the Memories," and I was like on the subs and like we're going crazy.
All that kind of music.
We literally didn't play anything but like alternative like pop and like
Yellow Card, like
rock,
Fall Out Boy,
like all the alternative rock and everything like that. It was just
awesome.
It was like the best party, and they're most outgoing like kids. Like they're so fun, they don't care, and like
exactly
once you get them up, they don't leave.
Right.
That was like what I would say. That's probably one of the best sweets we've done like the last year.
And those kids entertain themselves. They talk to each other and they get each other hyped up. Like the other parties we're talking about, they stare at you when like the music is like, all right, it's been a paragraph.
Exactly, you get those eyes looking at you, and you're just like.
But those parties, they just go and they just trust you to rock the dance floor, and that's what's the best part about it.
And they're usually nicer kids. I mean, not that the other kids aren't nice, but I don't know. I've had my fair share of issues where I had to.
That last party, my blood was boiling.
I've also found over the years I've gotten less nice. When I was first started out, like someone would come up and I'm like playing like Elvis Presley, and they're like, "Hey, can you play Eminem?" I'd be like, let me see if I can work it in. And now I'll be like, "No,
I can't."
That's a terrible that's a terrible thing you just asked for at this moment in time.
With some songs too, even if you get the clean versions, it's not clean.
It's the worst.
It's not clean. And then the parents look at you like, "Why are you playing this?"
I more so enjoy the fact
you told me to play what your daughter wanted to play.
I more so enjoy the fact when they come on next for a song, I'm like, "You got it, it's on next," and I play something totally wrong, and I'm just like, I just look at them. I don't know. I guess I just don't care as much at this point. You know what I mean? It's just like, what are you gonna do?
They're looking at you like, this isn't the song I requested. You're just like,
these are not the songs you were looking for. What are you gonna do though, man? It's just like that's why I like. I like weddings.
It's just the nature of it.
I mean, I like weddings much more. There is more pressure on a wedding.
When I was a little younger, I didn't like weddings as much. I always felt it was so much pressure and I couldn't enjoy myself.
You've definitely gotten.
But now that I'm more experienced, I think I'm starting to like weddings more than Sweet 16s.
Yeah, no, weddings are awesome. I mean, I love doing weddings because they're just very clear cut. You have a strict schedule. You follow the schedule.
There's a lot of breaks too. So. Exactly. There's a lot of like. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the dance sets and everything, but there's a lot of breaks that help break it up, so you can have separate, dance.
It makes you appreciate the dance sets more.
Yeah, like sometimes
because you have all those.
Exactly. If you're having a Sweet 16, sometimes they'll move the buffet around and everything. They're like, oh, you got an hour and a half set.
Yep.
Like that's all well and great if you have a group that's gonna dance for 90 minutes.
No one ever does.
And no one ever does. So like. What, you know what I mean? If everyone starts to sit, it's like, oh great. That's like the one thing. If you're a DJ and you're just playing music and no one's dancing, it's like you're not doing your job.
Right.
But it's like it's not my fault. It's like doing a Sunday wedding. Sometimes people don't want to dance. You got to get them up.
That's sometimes a scenario. Yep. People aren't going to dance just because of the whole layout of the party. Sometimes. And that's just the reality we have to face sometimes.
Yeah, and like for me, I've noticed that multiple at many events, and I'm like, all right. You switch the music up.
Yeah.
If they're not gonna dance, I'm not gonna play dance music. You know what I mean?
Right.
You play background.
I think that's a problem with a lot of the younger people these days is that they're not as comfortable dancing, or
Right.
Like I said before, they don't want to hear that somewhat older stuff that I know gets people on the dance floor. They just want to hear their mumble rap.
I also feel like a lot of the new music
sort of
isn't
vibe out.
danceable.
No, it's not.
It's just kind of like you sit there and vibe to it.
Exactly.
Like it's just like
it's harder to get people to dance with it, and like it is what it is. That's the industry. And I'm gonna let you do your thing.
Like that's it, man. Like I just feel
I'm
like
gonna let you finish.
I'm gonna let you finish. But I feel like that's what it is. It's just a lot about vibing now, and they're not really dance songs. So like, how do you dance to it?
Exactly.
And the one or two dance songs we get, we have to like cherish for like the whole summer. It's
right.
Like this has to last and just get us through the summer, and then the next one. Comes
and then like
out,
3 years later, it comes up, and you're like, I remember that song.
Yeah.
Like, thank you to that song.
Exactly.
It's like I always say, like I know
that
Pitbull is like
the dance floor.
Pitbull like is annoying as hell sometimes, but like Pitbull kind of saved dance music.
Oh, he did.
Like if you think of a like in any set, you could put a Pitbull song and it works.
Oh,
and he's
100%.
featured in
even
like,
at Sweet 16s.
Yeah,
it
exactly.
Works, so.
It does.
It does.
And the latest song, "Time of Our Lives," man. Thank you to that, man. It's a great new closing song.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No more Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
It's been a while
It's
for
great,
that.
That's the DJ standard.
Yeah.
But tell them where they can find us, and I want you to tell us as well, so we can before we come back.
All right.
Where they find us?
CuePointsPodcast.com. We got all sorts of things going on there. We just added a forum page, so you can actually join the website and become a member, chat with other members. It's awesome. Hit us up on our socials, Instagram and Facebook at CuePoints Podcast.
Every Wednesday at noon, we're going to be back with DJ Resco right after this. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Will from the CuePoints Mobile DJ Podcast, and we would love to get your opinion and your take on the DJ world in today's day and age, and how much it's changed, and everything going on and having to do with the mobile DJ universe. Give us an email at cuepointspodcast@gmail.com, and let's get you involved in the conversation. Again, that's cuepointspodcast@gmail.com. We'll speak to you soon. If you're enjoying the CuePoints Mobile DJ Podcast, then you gotta give us a follow. Find us on Instagram and Facebook at CuePoints Podcast for giveaways, product reviews, and so much more. That's CuePoints Podcast on all social media platforms. Check us out.
All right, welcome back to CuePoints, the Mobile DJ Podcast. I'm Anthony. This is Will.
Hello, everyone.
And we have Peyton with us, DJ Resco.
DJ Resco.
So,
keep doing that.
No, I love that.
We had to kind of go last segment, so I want to start off. Peyton, where can they find you online as far as,
Yes, give us your socials.
You're a mixer and everything.
Yeah.
So,
my Instagram is at DJ Resco, so it's DJ Resco. My SoundCloud, you can just type in DJ Resco, I'll pop up. And Facebook, it's facebook.com/DJ Resco NY. Also, this summer, a little bit like a month or two, I'm going to be releasing a reggae mix, which is going to be pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
So,
I like that.
Summertime vibes. Yeah, it should be good. So I'm trying to work on that and get some artists in on that. So.
Awesome.
But by the way, I got to give a shout out, dude. I love your logo.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, the logo came out dope.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the computer. I really like that.
Yeah, my buddies at Jack Boys took care of me, so.
Awesome.
So you really like the Jack Boys, huh?
Yeah,
really
man.
How long have you been with them now?
So we only started, I think, a year ago. We've been friends, and we were working at the same bars. But then we finally just said, let's just
unionize.
Let's put it together and make it a thing. So we did, and it's been awesome.
And the bars have been going well.
Very good, yeah. I mean, can't complain. I'm in Patchogue DJing, so it's awesome.
Are you guys? And now, where are you from?
I'm from like Port Jeff, Setauket area.
So that's not even bad.
Right down the road.
Are you guys looking to expand? Like I know Port Jeff has a couple of places.
Yeah, so we do Port Side and Port Jeff too.
Okay,
I forgot to mention
Portside?
that.
Cool.
Yeah, so Port Side's one of our spots in Port Jeff, which we love. But
and how many members do you guys have?
Oh, off the top of my head, we have at least 6 or 7 or 8.
Okay, wow. So you guys
plus,
got
so
which is good too, because if you ever need like an emergency cover,
exactly, that's why
that works
great.
out too. That's really actually awesome, man.
Yeah.
And for those of you who, don't live in Long Island or have never heard of Long Island.
Wow, wait, hold on. You're from Long Island. You said live in Long Island. Did you catch that?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Do you live under the earth? Like, do you live in the mantle? Like,
I messed up.
Have to edit that.
Listen, Long Island.
For the
put that one on
Long
the
Island.
Continue.
For those of you who don't live on Long Island, or have ever been here. Port Jeff and Patchogue, huge bar scenes.
Yeah.
There's like a huge strip on the main street with all sorts of bars, so that's why they do so well over there.
Do you guys do live after 5?
Yeah, no, we definitely do. So all those places that do a live after 5, we're in on.
Those are good.
That's a great festival.
That's a crazy.
I love
awesome.
going to a live after 5.
I don't DJ on live after 5. I just go as just to have fun.
Good
and
for
get
you,
out,
man.
So.
Yeah, me too.
I wouldn't want to DJ either. I
That's
want
awesome,
to
man.
out.
Yeah.
All right, so in this part of the show, I kind of want to get into learning your music, knowing where to find new music.
Right.
YouTube, right?
I'm going to start with asking you.
YouTube downloader, right?
No.
YouTube to MP3.
That is illegal. Shh.
We're not
Anyway.
illegal activities.
So where do you get your new music from? Where do you...
So I'm currently a member of 3 pools.
3.
So
Wow.
yeah, so I do BPM Supreme, which has a lot of top 40. It has a lot of stuff. It has a lot of genres. I do Radio Mix Show Tools, which is actually one of my favorites because they just send you an email with a folder and then it's a direct download to Dropbox.
Wow.
And it just
like that.
it literally
That's
is
cool.
an email that just says, new hip hop for 15-year-olds and
Oh,
up.
wow.
It's like the best
That's
thing.
cool.
Get on there. It's free too, which is also why I'm going to mention it because
Wow.
you have to provide like your credentials and like, places that know you or people that know you and can
Yeah, but usually like
vouch for
you
for-
have to pick through like what you want. Like they'll actually give you a whole folder.
Yeah, it's great. So it's all cut down. So it's clean intros, hip hop packs, top 40 packs, EDM remixes. It's really clear cut. That's why I enjoy it. And
I'll have to check
honestly,
that
it's good if you don't have enough time to go onto all these record pools and listen to songs and stuff. So it's really convenient. Other than that, I am in VP Records, which is strictly reggae music. But and then my favorite is Crate Gang. I know I just said Mixed Show Tools is my favorite, but I love Crate Gang. DJ Resco at Crate Gang, he runs a really good ship over there. That's a lot of like special edits and stuff, acapellas, mashups, transitions, a lot of DJ
Those always
tools.
help.
A lot of tools,
Yeah.
which honestly, it helps whether you're in mobile or bar industry.
Absolutely.
I use a lot of tools, a lot of transitions and stuff. It's good and it makes our life a little bit easier. So
Yeah, you got to find different stuff. You got to
when
find
they
the
have
right
like
stuff you need.
Right.
When they have the intros and the outros, it makes the mixing so much easier.
yeah, definitely.
I personally use my MP3 pool.
Nice.
I love it. They have all the acapellas, the remixes,
Right.
all the tools that you need, scratch tools, everything like that. I just love it.
No, BPM Supreme I've used, and Promo Only I have.
Promo
Only sends you some good stuff, and it's nice with them is they actually have a program that goes on your computer, and you can download everything right from there.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
Right.
pretty cool.
It's like a software.
Yeah, it's a software you download, so that's pretty cool. But it's so important to have quality music, not even like the right music, but
Yeah.
also like the proper quality.
Sound
Like
quality.
what
Yeah, like
type
high
of
bit rate and
like what
everything.
type
High
of
bit rate.
different formats do you use as far as for your music?
like wave
You use
format,
wave, FLAC, and all those?
320,
Gotta be
high bit rates.
you got to be high
Yeah,
bit rate.
You do.
Because a lot of people say like, oh, you can't hear the difference.
Yeah.
You can.
We can.
We can, and even so, you get a really low bit rate. You can hear it in the speakers.
Yeah.
You're trying. When you're playing for 250,
There's no
You can hear
clarity,
it. There's no
yeah.
clarity at all. It's just
No.
it's just all high, and it's tangy and
Yeah.
tinny, and it doesn't sound good.
Exactly.
It's so important just because I know everything. You can go download everything for free now, but if you're not getting quality stuff and you're trying to put out a quality product, it's not going to work.
Yeah, exactly.
That goes back to the saying, you get what you pay for.
exactly.
But
If you want quality, you have to pay for
but
quality.
unfortunately today, it's so easy to make yourself look like you're something you're not. Dude,
Yeah.
there's only a show called Catfish for a reason. Like,
That's true.
You could be a catfish DJ.
Exactly.
That should be a show.
Catfish DJ. We'll catch all of them.
Oh yeah, and the best source of music that everyone uses is getting your folders from other people too, which is obviously great. Trading music.
Oh, dude,
That's-
yeah. Trading music is always. I've definitely built
I do that.
a
I've
library
built a huge library just
Yeah.
for my friends. So
over the years. Like
Yeah.
me and Jake have gone back and forth. I think we all have that 55-minute Italian dinner
Yeah.
mix. I think we all have that mix.
yeah.
That's also it's important, and that's another thing it comes down to. It's just like the camaraderie. You get around. Everyone hangs out, and
Yep.
I won't give my music just to anybody, but
No,
if
definitely
you're
not.
like a friend,
Yeah,
you're
like
someone.
when I first started to DJ, I sort of had my name out there a lot.
Yeah.
And a couple DJs reached out to me asking me for music, and I'd never met them before. I've also been really big on YouTube and social media that.
Vlogging and all that.
So I get these people that I'd never met before, and they're like, "Oh, send me mixes, send me music," and I'm like, don't really feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
right.
There was this one guy who wanted 50 or more songs.
Wow.
He's like, and you could do all
Did
genres.
he think he was shopping? Was there a shopping cart? Like
Exactly.
Should have taken out his credit card.
It exactly seemed like that. And I was like, dude, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to send you music.
We all have those songs that we'll never trade
I'm still,
either, too.
like, my library is still being built as well. Like,
right, it always will be.
I don't know you.
Right.
I've never worked with you.
No,
Exactly.
the one thing I'll always do make sure though is like I'll always have an extra copy of specific songs that I like to use, because if I'm working with a DJ that I'm not used to working with, as an MC there's certain cues I like to use.
Yep.
I'll always ask them like, hey, do you have a song you like to intro it?
You mean
Or, like,
CuePoints?
Shut up. I said that during the break too. I was like, hey man, we got to make a couple I was like, oh damn it, I can't believe I just said that. But like there's certain songs, like I've sent you songs the day of and I'm like, hey, I want to use this song today for our intro.
Yeah.
I heard that song, the wedding intro song we used, I heard it at the grocery store yesterday.
Really?
That was interesting. I started saying, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ShopRite. I started looking around. Everyone got confused.
I bet you grabbed like a gallon of milk or something. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beautiful ShopRite.
The milk was too heavy. I used the spaghetti, man.
That's awesome.
But music quality is just it's so important. So no, that's good. You get the right stuff, and that's good. You have all these different options, because not just one.
There's a
place
lot of records,
right? Yeah,
There's a lot of record pools online. There's a lot of them.
Yep.
And you just got to
And
know
they're
which
great.
ones are worth it. Because some of them I've tried out before, and I'm like, it's not giving me anything different.
Yes,
You know, what I mean?
I joined one. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to bash them, but I was
Later sponsor.
Thank you, but no thanks.
Yeah.
So I joined them. I was a member for maybe 10 minutes.
Really?
I was looking through the library. There was there was nothing top 40.
Wow.
It was all like remixes and everything. I mean,
You also got to be careful with remixes.
as a mobile
Yeah.
DJ, that's no use for me.
Right,
Like,
you don't need someone
I
saying their name in the middle of a song that you're
Right.
playing at, at a wedding.
Yeah, exactly.
Yow!
Exactly.
Exactly. So I mean,
Yeah, I've used a couple.
I asked for a refund. They were actually really good with that.
Okay.
Within minutes, they gave me the refund.
So music, important. Check. What else you got
Very
for me?
important.
What else you got for me?
I also like to go to Spotify. The cool thing about Spotify is they make the playlists, or like other people make the playlists. So like, even not just with the preparation, like if I'm at a gig and I'm running out of ideas, I'll actually go onto Spotify and be like Sweet 16 playlist, or
Yeah, that's smart.
2019
Yeah, I've seen you do that. I'm like,
April
that's interesting.
something, and it's just perfect. You
Yeah,
know?
that's a good method to try and figure out set lists.
Have
and
you ever
stuff.
done that?
Honestly, no. I actually really, thankfully, I mean, it's a really good tool. Don't get me wrong. I just don't go on Spotify for some reason.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
haven't
really
ever
into-
used Spotify either.
But it's a great tool. I know a lot of DJs that do use it, and it comes in handy. Believe me.
The only thing I use
Absolutely.
Pandora to listen to Nora Jones. That's about it. That's the only one of those things I have.
Pandora's the worst. It's like the same 3 songs on repeat.
I know, but when you're looking for Nora Jones, it's all right.
Well, if it's Nora Jones, it's okay.
Well, yeah.
And even YouTube, you could find like
Yep.
certain playlists of like top 40 summer music, like.
Right.
You
I'll
can-
try to find it there, but
always
then
find
look
something.
for it somewhere else, because I don't want to download off YouTube.
Yeah, no. You just use it
As a
reference, and
directory.
then most of the time I'll already have the music in my library
And make a folder
on my
out of
hard
it.
drive. But like I'm just like scrolling through my library, and I'm like, I need some more ideas.
Right.
Yep.
So that's what I'll do.
So we've got the music. So what are we using as far as to play it? What kind of equipment are we working with?
Yeah. So personally, I run a MacBook Pro, obviously, but
Shout out Apple.
yeah. For my controller though, I
Please
use.
sponsor us, please.
Yeah. Cross your fingers. I'm getting a cut of that if you guys.
You got it, baby.
I dropped that there.
You got it.
But for mixing, I use a Denon controller, the MC7000.
Hell
which
yeah, you do.
I took a
That's a great controller.
Yeah, I took a good risk, buying it, because I bought it without even trying it, and it turns out to be a great unit. So I've been happy since I got it.
I actually never tried it before either. I just
Did you
looked
go
at
to
yours.
Yeah.
Did you go to IDJ Now for it?
Yes.
Yeah. And I think the
Definitely.
coolest thing though is that it's white.
Yeah.
That's
So
really
You've
cool.
got a
I put
custom
I
one.
put the skin on it,
Yeah.
which was a pain in the neck. 'cause
I was gonna say,
take
dude,
off
Was it
all
a
the-
skin or is it the actual
No,
unit?
it's a skin. It's a
Oh,
skin
cool.
because the controller only comes in black.
That's what I
And
thought.
wanted to spice it up a little bit. I'm like, black controller. Everyone has a black controller. Why not just do white, which is not too crazy, but it looks so nice.
It's totally different.
I love white, as you can see from my headphones.
Yeah, you
it's
take-
it's very classy looking.
It was easy, it takes time, but you just take up all the knobs and you just lay
Mm-hmm.
it down and section it off. It's
Try to sell that to a bride. Yeah, you could also do the. I know you're doing the white
white
sound
controller.
system, but you could also do the white controller.
Yeah.
You're not really gonna see it, but we could give
But
it.
it
to you.
matters.
A couple extra $100 on you. No problem. No, but that's a solid. I mean, I have.
Yeah.
I have 5 Denon mixers, and I mean, I love them. I mean, they're so easy to work with. They're very affordable. I mean, they're all kind of in the same price range, but I feel like the Denon really sticks out a little bit.
Great quality products. That's why I really enjoyed it. So
because I really think it is comparable to the SX. What I like about the MC more so is that the mic channels are separated.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the biggest bonus.
That's a huge bonus to that.
When I went from the MC 4000 to the DDJ SX3, it was seamless. Like a lot of the knobs and everything are in the same places.
Right. Well, I feel like that's good that they're all almost universally are making everything the same. Yeah. Your filters are in the same spot. Your loops, everything's kind of virtually working hand in hand. So I think that's kind of nice. But I know a lot of people are switching over to because you're using Serato.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are using that record. Record
box.
Your record box.
I'm not a fan of record box.
I haven't used it. I mean, I've used Tractor before. I like Serato. For the most part, but. Yeah, Rekordbox I haven't used, but I've heard really amazing things about it.
Rekordbox is a really good software. I just don't use it because I don't have a Pioneer unit to use it with.
Right.
But I know people that do use it, and they have nothing but good things to say about it. So, you got to trust the people that are using these things.
The only thing I don't like about it is if you go from Serato to Rekordbox or vice versa, you lose your CuePoints and everything.
That makes sense though because they're different. Yeah, they're different softwares. That makes sense.
And then you have to reanalyze all the files.
And you have to have your CuePoints, especially noon every Wednesday. Make sure you get your CuePoints
right here at CuePointsPodcast.com.
Where can they find us again?
CuePointsPodcast.com.
Yep.
Instagram and Facebook at CuePoints Podcast.
Apple Podcasts,
Spotify,
all the podcast places, man. You guys got to be tuning in.
Major podcasting.
For anyone that listened the first time, you were like, "Oh, this is cute." Yeah, well, guess what? We're on every week, maybe. Mm-hmm. You can't get away from us
every Wednesday.
And I'm making sure you better hit that notifications thing. So it says,
hit the bell.
Yeah, because I get the bell.
Notifications.
Dude, I get the bell, man, and it goes, CuePoints is online. So like,
it says it like that?
Yeah, it does. Or you can do the watch party, which is cool. And it was really cool. Last week, DJ Now had a watch party for their episode, which was really awesome.
Yeah, I actually didn't even remember you could do that.
I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a thing.
I saw the invite on my phone. It was like, DJ Now is hosting a watch party with CuePoints.
I wanted to sell concessions.
I know that show.
I was like, can I digitally send popcorn to people? Like, how does this work? I thought that was so cool. But
that was a cool feature.
And we also got to shout out. We got that event coming up there for the QSC giveaway.
May 1st, right?
So May 1st. So you guys got to make sure you go there.
The QSC giveaway.
You'll
be there,
dude. You got it. How are you not, dude? It's like it's like over $8,000.
Come on, baby, give me a new QSC system.
Not to mention, Lily, everyone's just gonna be there hanging out and talking. I mean, like, come on.
It's a great social thing as well.
It's a great social thing, man, and DJs are fun to talk to. That's why we have the show. Exactly. Again, I was on the phone yesterday with another DJ company, and he's talking to me for like 20 minutes, and I realized, I'm like, that was just a segment of the show. You got to come on, man. I'm just going to start recording my phone calls, but not telling anyone that I'm recording them.
Oh, my God.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
You're on the undercover CuePoints.
Yeah, we have like a separate show, Undercover CuePoints.
There you go. What else you got on that list?
Honestly, we ran out of stuff.
Wow. So we're just gonna BS the rest of this 6 minutes and 38 seconds, man.
No, we got some stuff to talk about.
No, that's it. That's fine. So, Peyton, again, where can we find you online?
Yeah, so my Instagram is at DJ Resco. Facebook is facebook.com/DJ Resco NY. And on SoundCloud, just type in DJ Resco. I'll pop up on the top.
Hybrid DJ and Jack Boys. So where's the next bar that you're gonna? What's your favorite bar that you usually are at? Maybe not like favoritism, but like where's somewhere you're just like, let's go. Like I want to be there tonight.
Honestly, every bar we work in is great.
That's a great political answer.
No, it's a political answer, but it's honestly the truth because you can't go wrong with going to Patchogue. Let's be honest.
You're right. No, you're right.
But I really do love working at Painters because Painters they do bands.
I have yet
too,
to be there,
and it's awesome. It's like literally a nightclub. They have built-in light and sound. It's crazy, but it's awesome when you just
next time you're there. Let me know.
Yeah. When you walk in and you just bring your mixer and you plug into XLRs, that's already there. Like who doesn't want to DJ?
No, they really built the town up very well. I mean, there's some great places there. I like Gaio.
Yep.
Gaio's a really good place. The Bean, my friend Rob owns the Bean, so I'm a big coffee guy. So my accountant's right on North Ocean, so I'll go there and then I'll go get a coffee.
Right.
So there's just so many good things. You got Brick House.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Patchogue was just great, man.
It's really solid. I live in Babylon, so for me to go there, it's kind of a hike and a half.
It's far.
I'm usually in Babylon or Farmingdale.
Right, yeah.
Those are like my two go. Like the Villager is my go-to bar. Like that's, my bar.
For those who are listening, what advice would you have for them if they were doing mobile gigs right now and they wanted to start doing the bar gigs? Like, how do you go about that?
honestly, the way I learned bar gigs was I found someone that was in the bar scene, and I just kind of watched them do their thing. And
you just have to like network,
find
your connections,
meet people, reach out to people, send people messages, show that you're interested,
and not have an ego.
Yeah.
That's
not having
huge.
ego is huge. Be very humble. Just come in quiet and just learn, and then maybe they'll take you on, which is what happened to me, which was really awesome. So
I feel like as long as you don't step on toes, you can really go far. But
you can.
It's so easy now. I feel like just for people to come in like they're bat out of hell, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? Stop it.
Yeah.
Bad.
When you're humble like that, the people that are going to try and help you out are going to push to try and help you out more because they respect that you're not trying to step on their toes and take over things, and they respect that you're interested and you're going to, you're willing to put all this work in to try and get a result.
Right.
So
I feel like it's so hard to find people that really just, because when I find someone, and here's the other issue, and I found this before too. If someone's really great and amazing and everything like that, I feel like one day they're gonna go off on their own. You know what I mean? So it's like I want to train them and then I don't want to train them, but also like at the same point, it's like I've had even like Jake. So Jake originally, before he was with AfterHours, was actually working with me.
Yeah.
And he came to me and he's like, "Hey, listen, so Phil from AfterHours wants to give me work and everything, and he's gonna give me all these jobs every week, and it's really great pay." I wasn't mad. I wasn't like, "Oh well, screw you, dude." I was like, "Dude, that's awesome. Good for you." Like, I know you're gonna do great things, and like I know you need to make your money. Like, go. I wasn't big enough to sustain, giving him a paycheck that he needed that he was being offered. Yeah. And that's the biggest thing. It's putting the ego aside and wanting the best for your guy.
But see, now he has that level of respect for you.
Right, and we, and it's very good friends. Now, Anthony, on the other hand, if he leaves me, I'll kill him. Yeah, I'll kill him.
He's locked
if I
up.
want
but
my
even
life.
in the past, he's come to me and he's told me, he couldn't work a day because he had a gig with someone else.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I respect it. I didn't have a gig for you at that time. You need the money. Yeah. Like, dude, I get it. You got it. Everyone's got to fill their, fill their plate, man.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's another thing when you network with a lot of other DJs. You'll get asked to maybe, like, do a cover for them, or like. Maybe if that company needs help, and I've done that. Like I'm honestly, I don't plan on leaving enjoyable, but I do.
You heard that. You heard it and
mark
you saw
it down.
All right, we have 2:33 left in the segment. He said that.
I do work with my own company.
Yeah,
as you guys know, Leading Arts Entertainment,
and I like to help you build that.
And,
he's called me before. I need this.
Right.
I got you.
And I work with a couple of other companies. Yeah. But I'm loyal to the ones that I work for.
The biggest thing is I have no problem with anyone working with anyone else. But follow the lines of respect and don't burn your bridges. Yep. Because when you burn your bridges, it's very hard to get back in the good graces of people. You know what I mean?
I say that all the time to people.
And
especially
people
if you're doing
burn your bridges.
Dude, with like
I love connections with people.
If you book a wedding and someone says, "Okay, cool, I'll put you on this wedding." And then you take a higher paying gig.
That's the worst thing you could do.
You made an extra $100 for one night, but you just lost like $20,000 over the next 2 years worth of work. Congratulations. Was that really smart?
No.
You could have said, "Hey man, if you have a cover, I do have a job that might pay better, but if you don't, I'm there." I respect that.
Yeah.
I could try to go out of my way then. But like for you, and dude, we're not talking about, being in the frozen department of ShopRite. Dude, you're doing someone's wedding that they're spending, $30,000, $50,000, $80,000 on.
We need to send them an invoice because that's the second time you mentioned them.
A ShopRite?
We have to send them an invoice.
Dude, I know, right? One more time before we get out of here. How will they find you online, DJ Resco?
Yeah, so DJ Resco, it's Instagram at DJ Resco, Facebook.com/DJ Resco NY, and then SoundCloud, just type in DJ Resco, I'll pop up.
Yes, give him a follow.
And what about you, Ant?
Awesome
where
guy.
are we finding us? And where are we finding you, too?
All right, for me, wow, that's a first. Instagram and Facebook at XToro Official, XT0RO. And then the CuePoints Show, you got CuePointsPodcast.com. Everything there, everything.
And what about where they find us on YouTube? YouTube's important.
YouTube, Anthony Garcia DJ Vlogs. That's my channel.
Got a lot of followers, man. And when you're checking out the show, when you're done and you're just begging for more, go check out his vlogs.
Yeah, the gig vlogs.
Yeah,
I mean,
and you're behind.
I've been
a lot.
doing it. I am very behind. I've been doing it since day one, my first gig.
Yeah.
So I
think it's so cool, and I really think
you can sort of see my growth, like where I started and everything like that.
No, it's really cool. So
that's why I love gig logs.
Every damn Wednesday. You can find us here. I can say that. Shut up. You
naughty.
said worse things. The CuePoints Podcast.
Yes, every
Wednesday at noon. You can find us, CuePointsPodcast.com. Go to Facebook. Go to Instagram and find us, like us, listen every week.
Make sure you subscribe and follow us. You don't want to miss the future shows.
And we'll see you guys next week.